Share a little clip of me and Ginny and Aria doing a little bit of turn taking on our lunch break. So one of the reasons I thought I'd share this with you guys today is you can kind of see me working through a few struggles that I noticed that we were having. We actually haven't been doing enough turn taking lately with Aria, so it was a good thing to just get out the boundaries and work on it for a little bit. So one of the things that Ginny's always struggled with is going back to her boundary. So you saw that a minute ago where I was trying to get her to hop back up, and it just took a little bit extra there for her, where Aria is pretty good at going back, but here at the beginning of the clip she was struggling with staying on the climb. Now this is me seeing whether or not we can down at a distance, and apparently we were unable to down at a distance, which kind of surprised me, just because Aria is so strong with a down. I didn't expect that to be a struggle for her. So I said, okay, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and practice coming to me and laying down. And then Ginny was very excited to work with me that day. Ginny decided she had to go all the way around before she could down, and part of that comes from the fact that we do practice a lot of side and coming into middle. And then I had to laugh because Aria almost did the exact same thing. So at this point I decided that we were just going to go ahead and practice coming to the front of me, and then we will layer the down back in. So this is just an example of how you might adjust your goals and what it is that you're working on that session, just based on what it is that you're experiencing with your dogs. So you'll notice here that even though I'm working on a front, I'm not actually asking the dogs to do a sit when they come in. I prefer my fronts to just have my dogs come in and stand. I like them in a stand so that they're ready to do the next thing. So I worked on that a few times with Aria, then she pops back up, and now I'm going to work on it a couple times with Ginny. So just wait a second here. I got both of them, which again, Aria's a puppy. I mean, she's 18 months, but she's still learning turn taking. Turn taking can be really hard because you want to take your turn. It's a lot harder to be the dog that's on the bed than not. So at this point I decided, you know what, I'm going to move Ginny to the back here, and then that way I have a couple more things available to me. One, I can toss out away from Aria, so it's less enticing, and two, I can help Aria if needed, and just give her a little bit of extra reinforcement when she's struggling to stay up there. Because again, remember that the dog that's on the bed is always the dog that's working harder. So that's an important one there. I get asked a lot how I work multi-dog boundaries and how I get my dogs used to working multi-dog boundaries, and this is how we do it. We work on baby steps, we work on the things that they can be successful with, we adjust as we go when we need to. Notice that when I toss for Aria, I'm also tossing away from Ginny. There's no point in adding that extra difficulty level into there, or conflict of them wondering whose food it is and whose food it isn't. I love how much Aria progressed from the very front or very first part of this video to now. She's working really hard right there. And to be honest with you guys, this is a part of more like an obedience rather than choice, right? I am asking you to do specific things, and this is not where we spend most of our time. We spend more of our time doing choice. So Ginny comes back out. Notice sometimes Ginny's offering me a sit instead of a stand. So we're just kind of working through that and reminding her that I actually prefer a stand unless I've used a front cue, which neither of these dogs have. I have never taught either of them a front. My older dogs have a front, but these guys don't. And that just comes from the background that I have, because I started more in an obedience background. But I've never really put much obedience cues on Ginny even. And that's just because it's not my focus. So we're going to wrap things up here. Ginny will come back. We'll do some rewarding. And that's what it looks like when we do a little bit of turn taking. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll share one of our sessions again in the future. Everybody have a great day. We'll talk to you later.